Welcome to part 2 of my pedalboard rundown. In this video we'll be talking more about the MIDI controllers, MIDI in general, and how I set it up, and go through some of my most used patches. Firstly though, I'm playing my Fender Custom Shop Telly into the same two Kempers as the previous video, with a Michael Britt AC30 on the left and a Tone Junkie matchless DC30 on the right. So I use these Morningstar MIDI controllers. It's the Morningstar MC8 and the Morningstar MC6. So those two together are like the brains of the whole pedalboard. They tell all the pedals what to do through presets that I've created. And I also have this Morningstar ML10X, which is a MIDI controlled bypass looper, which means I can control my analog pedals like this drive, this fuzz, and the other stuff underneath the board through MIDI, so they too can join the party, so to speak. I don't need to touch them, I can remotely turn them on and off. So how I have it set up is that the MC8 is sort of the main big preset controller. So all my drives are here, my default clean sound is here, my swells are there, my washouts are here. And then the MC6 is a extensions, I like to call it. So my main presets are here, and then all the extensions over here. So extensions are things that I like to use once in a while, but they're not sort of the core sound, if you will. Now I'm on the clean preset here, which sounds like this. So when I press this button, the bypass looper will go to like a clean setting, there's no drives. The H90 will go to this tape dotted eighth delay. This H9 will go to a halo sound. Big Sky will go to this particular reverb. And it also tells this H9 to turn off, tells this H9 to turn off, and it tells the POG to turn off. So when I press this button, everything kind of goes into that default clean setting. And then on the MC6, I have like a Leslie. It's a phaser. It's a flanger. Then I have a POG, which is an octave above. Really nice for when you want the line to just pop out a bit more. Then I have a tremolo. Press it once, it's a heavy tremolo. I press it again, it's a lighter one. So those are my extensions on my clean patch. And if you notice below, I have these Pedalnetics extenders for these. They basically just give you more buttons per page, and I love having more buttons available to me. So all my drives are here, On these, I haven't programmed these three yet, but on these, I have sort of some always available to me extensions as well. So it's like the dark matter reverb. Beautiful reverb. It's like a slapback. And a vibrato. So the dark matter comes from this H9, and the slapback and the vibrato comes from the H9 underneath. One thing I absolutely love about the Morningstar MIDI controllers is that they're essentially a blank slate. They don't really have a fixed system that you need to follow. You can program every button to do exactly what you want. And I love that. I had been looking at other MIDI controllers, but I just fell in love with these because you can do anything. Your imagination is your limitation, so to speak. So I've kind of created my own operating system, which I mentioned before, where this is the main brain, this is the extensions. But I figured out a way to basically have the extensions change depending on which patch I'm on here. So on my clean patch, these are the extensions. But if I go to, say, my swell patch, I wanted a different set of extensions. So now this one changes. So instead of like the flanger, phaser, stuff like that, I don't really want that on my swells, right? I want some other extensions. So now we have like a crystal thing, longer delay for more sustain if I wanted, 3 different POG settings, and some other stuff. So I'll show you what that sounds like. So this is just the basic swell thing. So say I want to add some octave up and I want to add some shimmery thing. I have that here. So now it sounds like this. And say if I wanted to sustain even longer and I wanted to have a octave above and below, I can do that here. So now it sounds like this. So then I have all these swell extensions available to me, and if I go back to the clean sound, now they're back to my clean sound extensions. And I love this way of doing it. Another patch that I have, which I use a lot, so I love ambient textures and just like big spaces and like filling space, but also being that background thing that just adds a lot of depth. So I use the swell a lot with my extensions. And I also have this thing which I call washout, which now again there's a third set of extensions. But I love this patch for kind of paddy things. So I will usually listen for the keyboardists where are they padding on the mids or on the low, and if they are, I love to sit sort of on top with this kind of sound. So that's what I call my washout setting, is this beautiful kind of pad-like. And also have a different variation if I like to do this kind of this is a different variations, and I have that available to me from here as well. Because I can press once, it goes into the main one, press it again, it's another setting. And if you notice, say all of these above here, when I press these different presets, notice how they all change? That is one of the huge benefits of MIDI, because you don't have to keep pressing everything. Imagine if I had to like go to this different bank and then I have to do like that, find this thing. It will just take forever and you wouldn't get anywhere. Whilst if I want to go to the washout, just press here, all of them go to that. If I want to go to swells, I'll just press here and all of them go to the settings. And that goes for below here as well. They do the same thing. Another handy trick with MIDI is through this pedal, the Sailor Quartz. This is a MIDI clock. So what that does is it sends the tempo of the song to all the other pedals, and you can control which pedals you want listening to it, which pedals to leave it. So in this case, for example, this delay listens to it. So if I change it, this will change. Whilst this delay will not change. That one will always stay. This is like my halo sound. So it's things like that that's really handy. And this MIDI clock is really great because you have presets, and when you're live you can just hold this button and it goes to the next preset. Hold it again, goes to the next preset. And if you say you're doing a free flow moment or something and you're doing a different tempo, you can tap it in here. And then again, you see this one changes, everything goes to whatever tempo this is set to. Hey, thank you for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, just put it below, and yeah, see you next time.